showtime. All right, guys. So I was driving to work yesterday and I saw a giant dead animal in the road about 50 yards up. As I got closer to this thing, I looked over and I noticed it was a giant hairy beaver. This was the biggest beaver I ever saw. And I've seen a lot of beavers. Unfortunately, it was smashed like a ravioli. Okay.
Facts are tracks. We're gonna break some vinyl down from the front to the back with facts on tracks.
Welcome to Breaking Vinyl. I'm your host, Des, aka Johnny Fever. And as always, I'm joined by my three co-hosts. First up, the podcasts are coming through in high fidelity. Evil Ed.
God, am I sick of you.
And the podcasts are playing the deep cuts.
Dangerous Dave.
Hey, hello. And last but not least, the Ravioli Buster.
Beakenstein.
Oh my God. Hey.
Okay, awesome. So before we get started today, I would like to welcome our new listeners in the Ukraine. If we can bring you guys a little relief and a little entertainment during the week, that's awesome. So thanks for joining the show. Welcome to the Breaking Vinyl family, and we hope you keep coming back. As always, the mission of this show is for us to introduce each other and you, the listeners, to albums and bands which you may never have heard before, while also discussing the classics. And on occasion, we will ruthlessly insult each other's musical taste. So sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, guys. Today, we will be discussing Hybrid Theory, the debut studio album by Linkin Park, produced by Don Gilmore, released on October 24th of 2000 by Warner Brothers Records. The album peaked at the number 2 spot on the Billboard 200. The band's lineup was as follows: Chester Bennington vocals, Rob Burdone drums, percussion, and backing vocals, Brad Delson guitars, backing vocals, and bass guitar on track 3, 8, and 12. Joe Hahn turntables, samples, synthesizers, backing vocals, and artwork. And Mike Shinoda co-lead and rap vocals, keyboard, programming, samples, rhythm guitars on track 5 and 12, piano on My December, which we have already decided is not on this album. It's a bonus track, which none of us listened to, so it doesn't matter. Okay, guys, let's do some quick band facts on this. So Linkin Park revealed how Depeche Mode influenced this album, and honestly, I don't hear it. I don't even hear a tiny echo or a saison of Depeche Mode on this album, in my opinion. This album feels to me like more of a superior version of bands like Crazy Town or Limp Bizkit. So yeah, that's what I got. Dave, what do you got for facts on this jewel?
Yes, the band's original names were Zero with an X, Xero, so edgy, and Hybrid Theory. Before they decided on Linkin Park, which is a play on and homage to Santa Monica's Linkin Park, spelled like the president, they changed the spelling to LINKIN to acquire the internet domain linkinpark.com. And they also became the first rock band to achieve more than 1 billion YouTube views. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Ed, what do you got on this one?
All right. The lead singer left the band Zero with an X in Chester Bennington. From at that time, the band Grey Days was given a bunch of unreleased Zero songs with original lyrics and without by a music executive. He was asked to write his interpretation of the songs and lyrics, which led to Chester joining the band. When he joined the band, They changed their name to Hybrid Theory, as Dave said. However, legal complications with Welsh electric music group Hybrid, the band changed its name to Linkin Park. Throughout 1999, Linkin Park was a regular at Desi's go-to club, and something that I got to check off my bucket list, going to the Whiskey A Go-Go, but I did not go in. However, Desi did what?
I headlined the Whiskey Go-Go twice on Saturday night and sold it out one of the two times. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Okay.
I am jealous of that fact, Des. Absolutely jealous.
Yes, we also
Would've
played
been-
the coconut.
I wish I did it.
We played the coconut teaser on both of those trips as well, and I also have had the honor of playing the great CBGBs. So those are kind of like feathers in my cap. CBGBs.
Oh, those are awesome
and the
feathers in your
whiskey.
cap, man.
Yeah, and the coconut teaser was a lot of fun too. I mean, it's on the strip. It's cool. So yeah. Fee, what do you got on this?
Not a lot.
I love it. Dude, I'm making that a t-shirt. Fee, what do you got on this? And on the back, it's going to say, not a lot.
Not a lot. No. Well, I mentioned earlier, I was reading an article this week. They had a prior bassist who is suing them for royalties on this album, the extended version, because he was featured on some of the cuts on the extended version, but not on the original album. So, and they told him to get the fuck out. So, yeah.
Let's do some quick opening thoughts on this one. So I have never listened to this album before in its entirety, but like everybody except for Fee, I have heard the big three. And like I said the first time we recorded this episode before the computer crashed, for a debut album to have three solid gold #1 hits on it is very impressive, no matter what you think of the album. You have to respect Linkin Park for being able to achieve that, where we did reveal last week while doing Collective Soul, they were not able to achieve any #1 hits on that album. So tip of the hat to Linkin Park for that accomplishment anyway. Dave, have you listened to this album in its entirety before preparing for this podcast? Again.
I have not listened to this album before this podcast. I've only heard the singles on the radio and in clubs and everywhere else. I don't have memories of it. This is music for the generation after me. When this came out, I was not interested.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ed, have you played this album?
I've never heard the album in its entirety. I've played the song In the End way too many times. But, you know, I remember the change with all this stuff with the music scene, and I got where they were going. It just wasn't my thing. So yeah, it wasn't huge on my list. So
Fee, pump the tires of this album. Let's hear it.
Oh my God, with a knife.
Not happening.
Yeah. No, I never heard this album. There are two tracks that I kind of remember hearing before, but other than that, I never heard it. Just wasn't, I'm kind of with Dave on this. I wasn't like a new metal, whatever went around that change, and just didn't work for me. So.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you, it's funny because I already revealed that I love Crazy Town, Come My Lady. Come, that Butterfly song. Come on, I turn that shit up every time it comes on.
It's great stuff.
It's a good song.
It is a great song. And I love that fucking song, Bad Day or whatever, by fucking Limp Bizkit. Fucking shut the fuck up and break your fucking ass or whatever the fuck he's saying. I fucking love that song. Just one of those days. You guys know that track, right?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
I love that.
Come on, who hasn't seen the documentary about Woodstock 99?
Right.
Exactly. I love that. Oh, yeah, right? Oh, shit. That was fucking... Fred Durst should have been sued for that. That was a problem.
You think?
But it was awesome.
A little
It was
bit.
awesome. That fucking song makes you want to fucking burn down a festival. All right. Let's do the fast.
You know what, though?
What? Talk to me.
It's going to be... Like, this whole album, I think, is just a reproduction of that whole genre of Limp Bizkit and that stuff of the late 90s.
Yeah.
Granted, this is 2000. So Limp Bizkit was like 95-ish, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And it transitioned a little bit, but not enough to really make it different. And honestly, I couldn't tell you how many times I'm like, "Wow, this sounds like a Limp Bizkit song," and I
Right.
did not like Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I
No,
get what they
even
were doing, but not my thing.
and I didn't either, and I didn't like any care for any of this kind of music. But there are a couple of hits from each of these bands that I am like, okay, I like
Oh,
that.
yeah, they're guilty pleasures.
And it's so funny, man, when you really think about it, 70s, 60s, 80s, like how you can really hear that style of music. And late 90s, 2000s, no different. And then you move on to these bands like, Lit, and it's no surprise to me, I am my worst. Like you get that style of music, and it just goes on and on. This for me was probably one of the worst eras of music, this rap rock thing. It just
Yep.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
good. But but Linkin Park, this is not what this band should have been. Chester Bennington is an amazing singer. This band was writing really good sections of music, and this could have been a really good heavy rock band if they had just not bumped into this genre of music where they're like, we have
You
to.
know what it is? They Faith No More came out, changed everything.
Right.
And as much as I appreciate Faith No More and like some of their stuff, they tried to take it and run with it. And that's
Right.
kind of what I see like as the starting point for all these bands with the whole rap rock thing.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to go back, yeah, you could say Anthrax with
I'm the man. Or yeah.
Right.
yeah, but no, they did
Public
the
Enemy.
Public Enemy. Thank you. With Public Enemy, they did that whole thing with them, which I totally dug. But yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of like little bits of that they all started to take, and then this whole genre of music came.
Yeah, I think your first band was the one. I think that
Faith No More. Yeah.
yeah, I think they really kicked off this. And it's funny because I think we're gonna actually get that piano part sampled on this album. I mean, I know it's not, but it's like, okay.
Very
I've
similar.
I've heard that before. All right, let's zip through this fast five. This fast five is called Sitcom Showdown, where we're going to give you guys a couple of songs from sitcoms. You're just going to tell me which theme song is better. Number one, Three's Company or The Greatest American Hero. Dave, which one is better?
Well, Three's Company's got some funky wah wah guitar, but I gotta give it to Greatest American Hero. Better song.
And Ed, which one is better?
Yeah, I'm with Dave. Greatest American Hero all the way.
This is like Hollywood Squares at the match game. Fee, which one is better?
Yeah, same for me. Greatest American Hero is definitely the better song.
That's right. And the correct answer is The Greatest American Hero because George Costanza from Seinfeld put it on his answering machine. Believe it or not, George isn't at home. I love it. Where could I be? So good. Number two, Happy Days or Laverne and Shirley. Dave, which one is better?
Happy Days.
And Ed.
Yeah, Bill Haley in the comments all the way.
All right, Fee, talk to me.
Happy Days.
That's right. And Weezer would agree with you that Happy Days is the correct choice as they modeled their first video after the Happy Days intro. Number three, the Jeffersons are good times. Good luck with this one, boys. It's tough. Dave.
Oh man, both of them are so funky, but gotta go with the Jeffersons.
Right. And Ed.
Yeah, I agree with Dave. Both great songs, but I definitely remember all the lyrics to the Jeffersons.
Oh, your bees don't burn in the kitchen. So good. Okay. And Fee.
Yeah, tough one, but I do like Good Times better. A little funkier for me.
Fee, the correct answer is Good Times because it's just edgy as fuck for a fucking
Indeed.
half-hour comedy sitcom. Holy shit, that's fucking dangerous. Number four, The Brady Bunch or The Partridge Family. Dave, which tune is better?
I don't know. I guess I gotta go with the Brady Bunch.
Okay. Ed, which one's better?
Yeah, I disliked both of these theme songs, but the Brady Bunch is better.
And Fee.
Yeah, I largely don't remember either of the theme songs, but I watched the Brady Bunch, so I'll go with Brady Bunch.
It's a story of a man named Brady.
Brady.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then
There you go. It's been a while. Yeah, now I know. Thanks for putting that back in my head.
Don't make
Now,
us
now
not
sing the
sing it.
Partridge Family.
we got a funny feeling and we're singing along. Gotta do the bed as long as we're together.
Oh,
Come on, get happy.
Happy.
Okay.
Oh, then we'll go with the
Yeah.
Partridge Family. Yep.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
the Partridge Family all day. It's the Partridge Family all day long. Much better song. And last but not least, Silver Spoons are different strokes. Dave,
Different strokes.
Ed,
different strokes to rule the world.
Fee.
Different strokes.
Yeah, it's different strokes. And what did we have? Would you guys want? You guys want to put "Welcome Back, Cotter" up against WKRP in Cincinnati as a bonus track? Dave, which one's better?
Welcome back, Cotter.
Ed
Welcome back.
and Fee.
That's 3. Yep.
Okay, I covered "Welcome Back, Cotter." It's on my YouTube channel. I have it locked down. Maybe I'll open it up for all you if you want to hear it. It's pretty good. Okay. Okay, so that's it. We have done it. We did all of this already once, but we've done it again. I like it. Maybe a little stiff, maybe a little bit fucking deliberate, but we got through it. So let's get to the track breakdown. So track number 1 is called Paper Cut. So guys, I immediately like the use of the samples and the rock rap much better than on the Collective Souls album we did last week, which coincidentally came out the same year. And Fee, I see you giving me the thumbs down, but I'm going to tell you why. Because the Collective Soul, I'm not saying I like this album better than the Collective Soul album. What I'm saying is that all of this bullshit worked on this album better because this is a much heavier album and it lends itself to those samples and to all that, where the Collective Soul album should have been just a straight rock album. It should have just been like, I heard that album more like a folk rock, like their Shine album. It should have been that. This is this, so it works. Dave, what'd you think of this first track?
Yeah, we start out with a drum loop and a guitar lick. Big production comes in. The first vocal you hear is bad rapping. This is not for me. This was the third single from the album, but I don't remember ever hearing it before. The song reached number 14 on the UK singles chart in 2001 and was in the charts for 6 weeks.
Wow.
But yeah, it seems to utilize that electronic elements better than Collective Soul, and I'm kind of in the same boat as that. I feel like the Collective Soul would have been better if they just been a little more straight ahead with their production.
Hell yeah. They should have just been plugging into amps and playing.
Mhm.
Didn't need any of that crap on that album. Wow, but that's a crazy fact about that first song being such a big hit out of the States. So in that country, people would be like the big 4, the big 5. Like, sounds like they really like this album.
Yeah.
Ed, what'd you got on the first track?
My wife just brought me in a giant blizzard
Oh,
from Dairy Queen, so
shove a big
Nice.
scoop in
looks
your
like
mouth.
my
so we
diet
can
is
all
going
see.
horribly off the rails right off the bat.
Nice.
Put too much in your mouth in one bite.
Yes,
One
and then
second.
talk. Paper Cut. You know what? I love the opening riff to this song. I think it's really good. The music has a good groove, and the verse is good flow. The chorus has the signature Chester Bennington scream. I like the way he raps. I like his flow. I think it works well. I think they work well together. The bridge to close out the song is some really good harmonized vocal lines that really works well with the music as well as the rap flow over it. So, I thought it was a pretty decent opening song track.
Yeah, I think DJ Joe, he's okay with his rap, but he uses that same one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't.
Yeah,
even-
there's a lot of similar flow. Yeah,
He
but-
uses the same inflection and the same melody in every single rap on the album, and it's a fucking problem. Like when it's hitting, but you can't write a whole album around that.
No, you can't. You can't.
Not when you got like this is like you got fucking Aaron Judge sitting on the bench, and you're like you're saying, "Hey, Kevin Millar, come in and fucking pinch hit for Aaron Judge." It's like, no, you got Chester Bennington sitting on the bench. This guy's an amazing vocalist, and you're gonna fucking have him doing 30% of the vocals on the album.
Yeah, but you know what? Chester's vocals get real similar as well. I think it's more the writing and production through it, it's super peaks, super valleys, where it either all works or it's all sounds just like something else.
Yep.
That's
Agreed.
my opinion.
Agreed. Fee, what do you got?
So, I want to touch on Collective Soul because obviously I really enjoy them as artists, and I'm not going to disagree with you guys too much. If they played it straightforward, they probably would have got a better result out of it, But I mean, with these guys, this is their thing, so I get it, but I don't get it. One of the things I was thinking about as you guys talked in the intro was, I think for me, it was just fatigue. Like it was a novelty at the time when Anthrax did their thing, when Run DMC and Aerosmith and and then in Faith No More. And then we had the like Crazy Town and Limp Bizkit stuff in that like early mid 90s range, which was like, all right, this is kind of different, but it's cool, And then by the time this came around, it's like, oh, now let's combine rap with new metal, And I fucking hate new metal. So I was done.
Every
So
band was doing this.
Right. So like at this point, which is probably why I went a lot more to like hip hop pop music at that time in my life than I did towards like classic heavy hard rock and stuff like that. So my only note on this was, oh great, let's rap and scream. This should not exist.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I'll tell you two things that really hurt this album. One, there's no guitar solos. It's a problem. Like, it's a fucking problem. Like, there's not even an attempt to make, like, some fucking weird noises during a guitar break.
That was a whole style, though. Like, there was a whole period of time, like 10 years, where guitar solos went right out the window.
But you have to remember, an album that we did last week that came out the exact same year, doing the exact same basic idea, had guitar solos, and it made that album better as a whole.
Oh, I agree. I'm a big fan of guitar solos, but there was a whole genre that just got away from it.
Yeah.
Didn't put it.
And this album suffered from not being 8 tracks. It should have been 8 tracks. 12 tracks. Oh my God. There's some trash. All right. Track number 2 is One Step Closer. So, all right, guys, this is a killer track. I would not change one thing about this. It's perfect. It's the perfect balance of singing and rap rock. It's got an incredible break before the chorus that just fucking teased this chorus up to just be fucking amazing. This is a solid gold chorus. Like, somebody shows me a demo of this chorus and I'm like, what kind of car are you going to buy with your first fucking royalty check? The vocals rock. This song is fucking money. Whether you like it or not, it's money. Dave, what do you think?
Yep, I know this one. Anthem of Angry Millennials Everywhere. A simple but effective guitar riff. In 2001, they performed this song on Late Night with Conan O'Brien. The lyrics make the writer, the writing is credited to the whole band on this one. Seem pretty delicate. I mean, it's like, I'm sad. I'm about to break. Wah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're
Preach,
right.
Dave,
It is a big money song there.
Yeah, that's one of those. You know what? We grew up throwing giant darts at each other in the lawn as sport. So yeah, it's totally like all of us who became parents just forgot all the shit we went through and said, "Not my child. My child's an angel."
And I took a rusty throwing dart in the ass and fucking, I mean, deep playing in the backyard, like an actual, like right in the ass, just pulled it out and just went on playing. Nowadays, you'd need like 3 vaccines and a fucking, like, you'd have to see a doctor if your kid gets a rusty dart in the ass. But back in fucking the 90s, no sweat. Ed, what you think of the tune?
You kidding me? In the early 80s when I was like barely 10, me, you were smoking back then. We used to put our forearms together, put a lit cigarette between them, and see who pulled away first.
Yeah, the red pack. We already went through this.
Oh, God. One Step Closer. Yeah, who hadn't heard the song? And that's my first note. And apparently, Fee has not heard this song.
There's no way, unless he's living on Gilligan's Island, man. They've heard it.
Yeah, I just don't remember it. I just don't.
Yeah. Well, this was a huge hit for Linkin Park. I kind of love that the style of this song is very guitar riff based, which in my opinion is probably maybe a throwback to the 60s, 70s, and 80s rock, and it's just the next form of it. I really liked how the song moves and how it makes you move. I found myself, I want to say banging my head just because I don't want to say bobbing, but really, you're bouncing to the beat,
You were bobbing. You were
Yeah,
fucking bobbing.
bobbing for apples.
Fucking
I'll just leave
stall.
it at apples and not other things.
Oh, God, yeah.
Man apples. Yeah.
Fee, come on, man. This is a fucking great song. You know it is.
Look, I'll put it this way. I only had maybe 2 other songs rated higher than this song on the album.
Yeah.
I had no song rated above like a middle of the road song. 0. Not a single fucking one of these.
Oh, shit.
Like for me, my only note, intro's good. Then they talk and scream. Nope. Like I can't.
Listen, I'm not a per se a Limp Bizkit fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I know a fucking great song when I hear one. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, With You. Again, I am not a huge fan of mixing rap heavily into vocals, and it fucking hurts this song bad. But these guys have quickly developed a unique sound specific to Linkin Park, which is impressive considering this is their first album. So I'm trying to find things about this album that maybe you don't see on debut albums, and that's one of them. These are one of the most recognizable bands from this era. And yeah, so tip of the hat to them, but not a huge fan of this song. And I'm going to talk about this rap and vocal thing a lot during this. I didn't really get into the music too much because I didn't really find there was a ton to talk about in the music. So, Dave, what'd you think?
Yeah, we open up with some funny squeaking sounds, heavy guitar, and more rapping. Song is credited to the band and the Dust Brothers. At certain points of the song, Chester's vocal almost sounds like Kevin Dubrow from Quiet Riot.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. If you,
Nice.
I totally heard that too.
Yeah. Middle break is all electronic with record scratching, but all the instruments are well mixed.
Yeah.
You know?
You really want to call them instruments? I think guitar is the only actual instrument in this entire recording.
Dude, I was having trouble writing about the music because I was like,
everything else sounds electronic.
Yeah, it's so I was really having trouble breaking down these tracks aside from just what I didn't like about the vocals. Okay, Ed, what do you got?
Yeah, this song opens with a lot of electronic sounds, kind of mimicking feedback, in my opinion. The song is more generic than the previous songs, and I find the music to be like a 50-50 mix of electronic and just heavy, single, long, dragged-out chords. It's okay, but it was just seemed like a filler track to me.
Oof, you guys are talking me down. I mean, I didn't go into this with high hopes because, again, like I said, not a big fan of this genre of music, but I liked it more before we started. Fee, go.
Well, let me drag you down a little bit more. Hop on. No, I just I think part of this for me was that they tried to take a lot of things that I like that hip hop and pop stuff, and put it into a genre that I don't like in that new metal type sound, and they took the worst parts of the fucking hip hop and rap scene is what it was. You know what I mean? And it just didn't go for me. So my first note on this, oh, great, scratching in metal, wonderful. And then, do people really like this? That was my only question. Do people really like this?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Apparently, yeah, 30 million people who bought this record, unfortunately, it.
Yeah. Dude, we're driving to somewhere a couple of days ago listening to some Duran, me and the wife, some old Duran, and man, the bass is fucking off the fucking chain. The mix of electronic drums with those incredible fucking drums, that's how this is done. Guys, makes this seem like a can of rotten tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Okay, track 4, Points of Authority. So this song's problem is DJ Joe isn't a fucking singer, especially compared to Chester, who is a very, in my opinion, a strong vocalist. Maybe a little bit limited in his ideas, but when he goes for it, he's getting there. And on top of that, Joe uses the same melody inflection in all of his raps, which is fine when they use it as a subtle accent to what Chester is doing. So when he is used as an accent, I like it. It works. But when you're trying to build a song around it, no way, man. It's terrible. This isn't the worst rap rock song I've heard, but it's pretty close. Dave, what do you got?
Yeah, I think there's a creep making heavy breathing, obscene phone call noises at the beginning here.
My name's Chester.
This was originally going to be the third single, but was replaced by the song Paper Cut, the first track. This song was used in the soundtrack of the Adam Sandler film Little Nicky. And we're not going to comment about that movie. Oof.
Who's here, devil?
Oh, so bad that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'm a fan of Adam Sandler.
Who's here?
And then someone at the end of the song is singing the guitar riff. Like, here's how the guitar part goes, da, 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 and then they just left it in. So yeah, that was super sweet.
Oh God, dude! So Artie reached out to me after he learned that I had agreed to do this album. He's like, "Dude, are you a fan?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a fan. Like, I love these songs." He's like, "Those guys better not fucking cut this album." And now here you guys are pulling me over to Team Fuck Linkin Park. He's gonna by this time in the podcast, it's like, "Fuck you guys are losers."
Sorry, Artie.
Shit. I almost promised him we wouldn't butcher it. Ed, complete the hatchet job on this song.
Another song that is just there. But this song does have a better flow musically, in my opinion. I realized this whole style of music is all based off percussion and how they can mix and manipulate beats and tones with the drums to achieve a desired energy they're looking for. There is nothing really musical about it.
No.
Everything is about the different patterns, because the notes aren't really there. It's not blazing guitar or bass lines. It's just how you hit the bass strings, how you chug the guitar. I get it. I dig it. But honestly, I think I'd rather hear a drum group.
Yes.
It's like a giant Blue Man Group on steroids with Chester Bennington and someone rapping. But at this point, my view and opinion of this is being just percussion-wise, they executed very well their goal, but yeah, it's just, it sounds like it's all the same. And like I said, it had all the stuff starts to have a lot of Limp Bizkit feel to me. And again, that is like a band that is a bane of my existence.
Yeah, dude, you're saying percussion. I'm not even sure there is any. Are these songs Pico?
Well, no. So if you just listen to it, you get the straightforward drum beat or
yeah.
something like that. And then the bass is hitting different off patterns.
Yeah,
it's not like the notes have really mattered.
Rhythmically based.
It's more just how is the bass playing, how is the guitar chugging, and how does it work with the drummer?
Yeah, and the answer is the bass is not playing well because I didn't even notice it. Was there a bass on this? Fee, what do you got on this one?
I don't think so. I don't know. Is every song about being like paranoid or angry? Is that kind of the thing they're going for? Okay.
That was like the whole decade and a half.
Oh, no wonder I don't like it.
Angsty youth.
Like I just remember, like the 80s rock that we grew up on was all about a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
because it was all alcoholic parents
Yeah.
that went from having to work one job like their parents did to having to work two jobs to go,
Right.
fuck this, you kids are a pain in my ass. Go outside and don't come home until you have to go to bed.
Yeah, go
do
smoke
whatever
a
you
pack of
want.
butts.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Go smoke cigarettes and fuck the neighbor's fucking daughter. Go. Get out of here.
No, but I mean, I try to find positive things, and I just like at this point I felt like I just heard one continuous song for 4 tracks, you know,
Nailed it.
and it just doesn't. Oh, and like I'm starting to get paranoid and angry. Like, what am I hearing? What's going on here? Now I'm fucking mad. Like, take this off my goddamn radio.
You're paranoid that you can't understand it.
Yes, yes. I just
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get
What's-
it. Good for all the people that love this, but not for me so far. 4 tracks in.
What's kind of weird about this though is you got the big 3 and then you got the final song, which I'm going to kind of add in there as like the big 3.5. These sound like really great structured songs. I mean, you get your verse, you got your bridge, you got your chorus. Everything's very separated and easy to identify. And then you've got the rest of the album, which just sounds like this big techno jam. And it's awful. And it's amazing how like you had these 3 oases of like incredible writing and fucking production and execution surrounded by this ocean of just you know. I don't get it. But talking about that, track 5 is Crawling. So this song is number 2 of the big 3 on the album. This again is a perfect mix of Chester and Joe. It's perfect. The chorus again is solid fucking gold. Someone comes to me with this chorus, I don't care how you present it. Rock, rap, whatever it is. This is a solid gold chorus.
What was the
Perfectly
chorus? What was it? What was this one?
for this one. Crawling in my skin, your words they cannot hear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking great, man. It's fucking great. The verses are also incredible, amazing lyrics and melodies delivered with a powerful vocal performance by Chester. This is a straight hit. It's a hit. Period. Great songwriting. If you gotta write an album like this is fucking how you do it in 2000. This is great. Dave, what do you got?
Yeah, this is another big one from them. This was the second single. Chester Bennington commented on the meaning of this song by stating it was inspired by his own battles with substance abuse. Nice electronics on this one and a minimum of shitty rapping, but still too much.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think the song is better without any rap, but all 3 of these big ones. Ed, what do you got?
You saying that, writing a song in 2000, this is how to do it. You know what's crazy? Now that it's 2024, technically this is considered classic rock.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Forever ago.
Gross.
Can you believe that?
A
No.
million years ago.
As this is now turned into the old man show. But yeah, it's
Dude,
hard to think that.
Kiss Destroyer is like when we were young, like it was before music existed. Like,
Yeah.
Vivaldi.
like
yeah, right?
yeah, like a kid today is like, this is like tribal music. Like Kiss Destroyer is like tribal drums, like before they made music. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So Crawling, another massive hit. Everyone has heard this song, and personally, I love it. Everyone except for Fee
Yeah.
has heard this song.
No, I heard this one. That's
okay, so
my
we actually
only
heard
note
this.
on this track is I think I heard this before. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
A few points I'd like to focus on. How does Chester Bennington sing with that scratchy scream in his voice over and over and over again live? It's a skill, man. That is a strong voice to be able to do that and not just blow it out, because you're doing back-to-back shows, sometimes double headers. Good for him.
Yeah. Eventually that would have worn out.
Yeah. Another point, the way they deliver the message bouncing from the singing and the rapping is excellent in this song. I feel it's purposeful style to focus on, like they purposely went after the white kids that like rap, and it's a brilliant business move in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kind of good job, with the, hey, here's an opportunity, let's jump on it. You get all those little angry white kids that are all just confused or whatever.
In their metal militia t-shirts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In the class, I don't know who this band is of the shirt that I'm wearing, but it's cool.
Yeah, their baggy pants with the chain and the fucking Vans. Yeah, it's all good.
Another point, Linkin Park and other bands from this time had a very unique opportunity musically. All the 80s electronics have progressed so much They sound as if they sound the way all the artists that used the electronics in the 80s, I think, hoped that they would have sound, but they didn't. Now they're using it. Like, I would love to hear Thomas Dolby do the electronics on this versus whoever's doing it, because that was his thing, was all the electronic sound back then. And I think with how good they sound in the tones, I think it'd be amazing what they'd come up with. But you know what? Kudos to them for blending the 80s electronic pop with 80s hard rock heavy metal sound.
Yeah.
But specific to this song, the bass tones, I think they're really well done and keep a solid low frequency rumble throughout the song. But it's simple and just enjoyable. Great song. I love it.
It is a great song, Ed. It's a great song. Fee, tell us how much you love this song.
I I'll just stop talking.
Come on, how can you not like this song?
I don't know. My only note on this was I think I heard this one before. It's okay, but I just don't like any of this.
Holy shit.
It sounds like the first 4 songs just kind of mixed up a little bit differently and thrown out for the 5th song.
What I find odd is that you love that Collective Soul album, and I mean the bridge is not that far between these two albums.
For me, it's a gigantic Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, Dave, is it a Grand Canyon?
I don't know. I'm probably the wrong guy to ask. I'm not crazy about either one of these.
Yeah, so I think it's a Grand Canyon in the fact that Collective Soul was a band that incorporated electronic sounds into their songs. This is a band that considered electronic sounds a member of the band.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. They all come from the same time, but Collective Soul was more Mark McGrath, Smash Mouth, and this was more Limp Bizkit, Crazy Town. So I see the divide there. Okay. I still think Robbie Knievel could jump that gap.
Right now, anyone who is like under 40 is going, who?
We don't have anyone under 40 yet.
Okay. There's no. Have you?
That
I
is
showed
true.
you. I showed you the demographic. It's okay. It's literally. This is a sausage party, an old sausage party. Track 6, Runaway. We were laughing about that in text. I'm like, so we've got fucking like 1,000 55-year-old men listening to me talk about jacking off in an Oculus. It's bizarre. Okay. Okay.
Because they're all going, wait, what's this Oculus?
Oh, we were laughing at
Will
the
this
Oculus.
make it better for me?
We were laughing at the Oculus sales went up like fucking 38% after Breaking Vinyl fucking hit the air.
Oh, we should get a cut.
I can't believe Bill hasn't bought an Oculus yet. Has he? You think he did?
No. William
God.
likes things simple, classic, easygoing,
Yep.
to the point.
So what? He's like jacking off to like a fucking playgirl. Okay.
He puts in the VHS of the porn.
He has to adjust the tracking so you can see the nipple perfectly. Dude, if there were any kids at home, they'd be like, what's tracking? All right, let's do it. Track number 6, Runaway. All right, so this was kind of nice because it changed the sound of the album for a second. I like the vocal melodies on this track. I also like the softer music track on this overall, especially during the verses. Gave my ears like a break. Like I was like, oh, some music. I wish they had left DJ Joe off this track completely. It just totally didn't need it. And I also wish they had kept the track smooth all the way to the end, instead of pushing it heavier and heavier to the end to where we finally get back to like another track off the album. But overall, I thought this was a nice change of pace on the album. Dave?
Well, they seem to have a signature sound, meaning all these songs kind of sound the same. Looking at the lyrics, seems like it might also be about substance abuse. This was a leftover song from their old days as Zero with an X. It is credited, the writing is credited to the band and their original lead vocalist, Mark Wakefield.
Cool. Ed, what do you think?
Runaway. The biggest problem that bands like this have is their lack of variety in the overall tone and sound of the songs.
Yep.
This just sounds like all the other songs we've heard so far. You can literally replace all of the successful bands from this time with each other. They all sound so similar. And to that point, I feel like the music industry either didn't learn a lesson or didn't care from the bands of the 80s. When the 80s collapsed, you had all these bands that all sounded the same. And the same thing happened here. At this point, all these bands sounded the exact same. And it was just, I was tired of it. It just
Well,
ran
I'm
its
sure
course
they
for me.
encouraged it and just wring it out until, all the juice is gone.
Get every
Yep,
penny out of
yep.
it, yeah.
Runaway Bon Jovi or Runaway Linkin Park? Dave, which one's better?
Jesus. You have to ask me. Bon Jovi.
I'm
Ooh.
She's a little runaway. Daddy's gone. Oh, it's fucking so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Fee, just quickly, just say I hate the song and we'll move on.
Okay. I actually have something different to say about this song for the
shit,
first time on the
go.
Holy
fucking
crap.
album.
Go. What do you got on this
Oh,
one? Not
it
much.
doesn't end well, so don't
Okay.
worry about that. But
All right.
no, I felt this was the most straightforward song so far on the album. And then that bridge came, and my note just goes, then the bridge, gross, please run away.
Oh, God. But Fee, you heard it the same way I did. It started off like a real song. Like I was like, okay.
Absolutely. I was excited. I was like, finally.
Yeah.
And then no.
Okay. And side A for you listening to the podcast on vinyl, which is impossible, but I love saying it. So I'm going to flip this album over. We're going to spank Fee on his smooth little behind. Okay. So, we talk about stupid shit here, and I really don't have anything. Nothing much happened, but I am going to make a life choice. And I want to run it by my three compadres. So I'm thinking about going straight to sweatsuits, like nothing else, just replacing my entire wardrobe with
Desi?
just what?
You're Greek, you're not Italian. You're not allowed.
I want to just do sweatsuits going forward, like whatever it is, like matching top, matching bottom, Adidas, whatever the fuck it is, and checkered Vans. And that's how I want to dress going forward. It's comfortable, I'm old, like it. I took a picture of myself at the Braintree Plaza sitting in the massage chair, and I sent it to my wife, and she changed it, like she put the little bubbles with the thought, and it said in the bubbles with the thought, it said, I have to be home by 3 for dinner. And then underneath it said, old man at the mall. Fucking bitch.
Nailed it. And yes, you're actually incorrect. Something did happen.
No,
you
don't
went-
even talk about it because
Yes.
fucking you didn't let me finish the hole, and I would have beat you if you hadn't shut it off.
I didn't shut it off. I didn't shut it
I
off.
saw you over there tinkering.
So Desi ventured out into society, and we decided to play golf at an brand new indoor golf place. Had a few I had a few drinks. Desi was beating me for a good portion of
until
the day.
until the gummy fucking like completely engulfed me.
That is, you did it, man, not me. Then
about
Desi not miraculously, Desi in his typical fashion has one hole that absolutely is his sworn enemy for life. And just went from being up by 2 strokes to being down by 4 strokes.
Yep. And when the whole thing ended, where was I?
And the whole thing, we were on hole 9, and our time expired, and the game shut off.
Okay, that's not what happened.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. I didn't hit cancel.
I was 1 stroke back and beating him on the hole we were playing. I could have made that stroke
4.
up. But instead, I see Ed go over to where the fucking little computer pad is, and he does a couple of things, and the whole thing goes dark, and it goes, hole automatically ended. And it just basically rounded us all up.
I was trying to hit cancel because it automatically ends the hole if someone gets the gimme. And then
I would have 100% beat you if we played that hole out.
You would not have.
Okay, we'll never know. So we'll call it a draw. Fee, anything happened?
No, not this week. Kind of a rough week in my workplace. So nope.
Did you shave your head this week?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, good. That's exciting. Dave.
Yep.
What's going on under that hat?
Still
got hair?
I've got too much hair.
Okay. Me too. Too much. Oh, he's gonna show us. Oh, nice. All right, there it
Yep.
is. There it is. Dave's still got plenty of hair, everybody. Okay. I think we did it. Let's move on. Let's keep this bitch going. Holy shit. That hair is standing up nicely from being under the hat. It looked cool. Cool little fucking
Need
hairspray.
some
Okay.
styling.
Yes. So I am going anyway. I am going exclusively to sweatsuits and
Nice.
checker vans. Number 7, By Myself. I hate this track. I hate this track. It's just screaming. That's all it is. Just screaming and bad rock rap. It's bad. It's a bad version of Limp Bizkit. It's not a good track, and it should have been left off this album 100%. Dave, what did you think?
Very sonically arresting riff, then goes right into shitty rapping. The music underneath is nice. It sounds like a video game. And then the entire chorus is screaming, not in a good way. That was my note. These lyrics are terrible.
Right.
Stop being such pussies. You guys have feelings. Drink some whiskey and peel out in a Camaro.
Oh shit! Fucking Artie is like fucking like delete, delete, delete. Fucking
Yep.
just taking it off his Spotify. Ed, what'd you think of this one?
I actually enjoyed the rap.
Oh, you would.
I thought the flow and storytelling
Oh shit!
were better in this song, than the singing. It just, I think Chad Bennington just yelled at this whole song, and it just bothered me. It still becomes a bit of a blur because it's all the same electronic samples used over and over and over again, but in different ways. I also only hear other bands, Limp Bizkit, Disturbed, and Evanescence, when I hear, like, at this point in the album. Just all these songs start to sound like other bands that also sound like Linkin Park. So it's not like a knock against Linkin Park. It's the whole
Genre.
just vanilla of this genre. Similar to all the bands that we loved in the 80s. We were able to hear the differences, but honestly, if you listen back to them, most of them sounded exactly like each other. But you know what? They all had their moments. They all had a successful song here or there because, we know their name. We've heard them. People go see them, so good for them. I just feel at this point, the album, all the songs just sound too similar to me. I have trouble telling the difference.
But Ed, you know what was funny? Even at this time, at least the kids were still getting together and like starting bands. And like,
Oh, absolutely.
Nowadays, it's like they're like just like pulling guitar things off and pulling bass things off. They don't play any instruments, and they put them on their
everything's
DAW
sampled.
and
Yeah,
create a
laptop.
song.
Yep.
And yeah,
laptop.
and
Yeah, garage
like,
band. Yeah.
it's
Oh,
dude,
here's a bass. I could just play bass, and this sounds good.
But
It's
why
like,
even
no.
write a song? Why not take another song and just write some words over it and make it my own song?
They're doing that now,
Mhm.
too.
These goddamn
That
kids.
is true.
These fucking kids are ruining music for everybody. I actually went on a rant the other day to my wife. She's talking about how she likes this. This one girl. She fucking played this bass line to Duran Duran perfectly on YouTube. I'm like, so what? Like, anybody could do that. I'm like, you could learn it from him on YouTube. I'm like, I ain't like the old day where I'd have to take my fucking cassette deck and I have to rewind it 500 times and learn it note for note. Take me a week to learn that shit.
Yeah, and you have to learn it with your ears, not your eyes.
Yeah, and she's like, so what? What's the difference? Why are you hating on her? Because it was easier to learn. I'm like, because I fucking had to do that shit and stretch out my fucking cassette tape like a fucking busted ravioli.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't disclose. If I'm in a jam to learn a song real quick because we got to do it next rehearsal, and I had a busy week at work, I'm watching the YouTube video and just going, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I figured it was," but I just want to make sure.
No. I learn everything off fucking YouTube now. Everything. And in fact, just the other night, I was learning country riffs so I can start putting some country shit in my music. And I learned it right off YouTube. It wasn't like I busted out a Garth Brooks album and started fucking like spinning the record backwards. Okay, so I'm hip to what's going on. I'm just not impressed. B.
Wow.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't either. That went someplace though. No, and it kind of led me to I started watching some stuff on Drumeo. You guys ever watch Drumeo?
No.
Love Drumeo. Follow.
Fucking
I'm gonna
great
look
when
for
they
it.
just
What is it?
so
It's a drum web.
Go ahead.
It's a drum social media platform, but it's actually like a web page, I think. And they they have all these drummers come in and they'll play their stuff. But the cool thing that they do on social media is they'll have like a famous drummer like Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then they'll play a song
Yeah.
without the drum track and say,
Yes.
show us what you do.
I've watched
Yeah.
it. It's great.
So good.
It's great. I've watched
Really
it.
good
A lot of
stuff.
fun.
So I kind of like the idea of that, a little bit, and it's kind of a different take on what you were talking about, where people can come in and kind of do their thing to somebody else's song, and then see what the real thing sounds like. I thought it's fucking real clever, real good stuff. Anyway, by myself, this song sucks. Is that a power drill in the beginning? I don't know. At least it's a kind of different sound with that part, but no, I don't like it.
He says, "Is that a power drill in the beginning?" Okay,
Well, it
track
sounded like a
8
power
is-
drill. I don't know.
but not in that good jackal way.
Right.
That was a chainsaw, and there was nothing good about that.
There
That
wasn't.
band comes on my friggin' XM radio, and I seriously want to just commit suicide.
I feel
It's
you.
like I need to go to ancient Japan and just slit my guts out.
Okay. Track 8, in the end, this is the third of the big 3 on the album again. And okay, so this is the one time, this is the exception, not the rule. DJ Joe, his rap performance here, infectious. This is the one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. We know every word because it's so fucking good. Even though I hate it, it's amazing. So infectiously good rap. Mix that with Chester's exceptionally good vocals on this track and the lyrics, and you have another solid gold hit. This is it. This is how you write hit singles. I don't care what genre it is. I don't care if you don't like rock rap. It's a fucking solid gold hit. Bookended with this Killer Faith No More piano. I know it's a rip, but I still really enjoyed it on both ends of this song, to open it up and to close it. Worked perfectly. I wish this was the last track on the album, or maybe second to last track. I mean, I would be fine with Pushing Me Away as the last one, but this should have been the last track on the album. Dave?
Ready for me?
Okay. Oh yeah, go. Swing.
So yeah, we got a second grade level piano part that everyone who likes this will play every time they get near a keyboard. Back in the old days, it was chopsticks. For our
No,
for
it was
our
Home Sweet
generation,
Home.
exactly, it was Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, and now there's this added to the piano repertoire.
Okay.
Nice Silent Hill video game noises under the beginning. So much terrible rapping right away. And this was the fourth single off the album. It reached number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It was a big song. Not for me.
Okay, I love it too. Great with that. Great bringing up the Home Sweet Home. It's always some. I could play it. We can all play it. It's always some dick that sits down at the piano at the party like he's about to play Moonlight Sonata, and ding, ding, ding. They're like, "Oh, go fuck yourself."
Yep.
Ed, what do you got?
Are you referring to someone specific?
No. I did it.
This song is such a guilty pleasure of mine. I love this song. The opening piano with the electronic groove behind it, I think, is pure gold and is different than everything else we've heard previously.
Yeah.
Then the opening soft vocals of Chester are beautiful.
Beautiful.
They offer the perfect rhythm flow for the rap and the low bass and drum groove. I think they work so well together, and it's nice to hear Chester sing and not scream. I think it was great. The harmonic guitar is perfect. It's nothing crazy or difficult, but I think it's perfect. And then how they build up the song with Chester's voice, and then the opening piano riff is just perfection. Then that chorus is an absolute perfect blend of heavy guitars and a big singing vocal without his scream, and it's great, absolutely great. The mid-song transition bridge with the soft vocals again. This is how you make a song in that style that is very generic, but it stands out. It totally does, in my opinion. Big props to the songwriters and producers of this song, because I think that's what really made this song such a hit, was all the little things in it. And it's just that's the reason why it's a hit. I don't know what else to say because it's just that good. Total guilty pleasure though.
Oh, I agree with everything you said. But Ed, here's my question to you. Like, you can go back and listen to like Small Things by Blink 182. Like, I will search that fucking song out when I want to hear it.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
I wouldn't search this song out. As much as I love the song, if it comes on the radio, I'm like, it's a great fucking hit song, but I'm not looking to listen to it.
Correct. But when it comes on the radio, I'm singing it.
Yeah. And this is a better song than Small Things. I mean, it's a better written song. It's got more substance, but for me, I'd rather just
Small
listen
Things
to
is a pop classic.
I
That's
love
why.
it. I
It's
love it.
just so quick, short, to the point, happy, where you're just like, I don't even know what I'm saying, but I love it.
She left me
Yeah.
roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Oh, it's so gay and I love it. Fee, what do you got?
I love that song too. I'll just read you what I wrote. I know this
Oh, do
song,
it.
but I always change it when it comes on the radio. At least the chorus is kind of catchy. The piano's pretty good. You know, like it's something a little bit different for these guys on this album. I'm not sure what's worse, this or Dogs might be this. That was my note on this.
Oh,
at
this is
point.
Wow.
definitely worse than Dogs to More.
Mhm.
No.
Well, for you it is, but
Dude, Dogs to More should have been in the top 10.
No.
Let's keep
Oh,
going.
my God.
Let's keep
Jesus
going.
Christ.
Let's keep going. How come it never rains, it only pours? Fucking beautiful. Number 9, A Place for My Head. That's weird. All right, here it is. Let's go quick now, guys. Let's bang these last 3 out. Please, no more DJ Joe. Please, no more rock rap verses. It's totally played out. I'm done. Dave.
We got some ultra compressed guitar here. Almost sounds like he's going to play some flamenco guitar or something. Another song
But he doesn't.
dominated by their rap guy / rhythm guitar player. The lyric says, I want to be in another place. Yes, I'm feeling that. I want to be listening to another album. The entire bridge is them
Agreed.
repeating, you try to take the best of me, go away. Isn't there a Godsmack song that's almost the same lyrics? I'll say Godsmack ripped these guys off because they suck even more than Linkin Park. Yuck.
Get up and go away.
Woof.
Jesus.
I used to share a jam room with Sully back when he was like the drummer of like Malaya Rage or something. So yeah, back at the Charlestown studio
Oh, back in the
When he
old
was-
days. I
when
remember
he was
those
just a scrub like the rest of us.
days.
Opened for Godsmack several times back in the day at the Rat, mostly a couple of times at the Rat. So we actually played with them the night they got signed. Big show, and we were sure that we were like, wait till fucking what was the drummer's name that got him signed? The guy from Extreme, Paul Gary.
Oh, Paul Gary.
Yeah, we were like, wait till Paul Gary gets a look of us. He never saw us.
Nope. Showed up just for the one band.
That's it. Ed, go ahead.
This side of the album is so different from the first side. I think there's more variety on it. So
Yep.
I appreciate that. But the song opens with a clean guitar, a catchy little riff with the heavy accent in the form of bass and drums with an 80s old school record scratch. The rhythm of the song, I think, is monstrous. I liked it. It's like I said, it's different, and it kind of threw me for a loop. It's a rap song with a singing chorus in big music. I didn't know how to take it.
Dude, it's shit. Fee, what did you think?
I disagree. It didn't bother me. I thought it was lots of variety in the format of the song, and I appreciated that. I didn't think it was as similar sounding as everything else on the album. Honestly, this is almost my second favorite song. There's one other song that I went, oh, you know what? Other than the big 3, like that really stood out. So yeah, no, I like the song. I actually really like the song.
Did not deserve that much thought. Okay,
I liked it. I like it.
Fee,
yeah.
tell them why it sucks.
I mean, I'm with you, Ed, on a point. Like the second half of the album, they kind of changed things up a little bit, but not enough. Intro's different. Why the scratching? Nope. I feel like they want to be I kind of felt like a Rage Against the Machine kind of thing in this song for some reason. But they missed the mark. So nope, played out. Get rid of it.
Right, track 10, Forgotten. So this one, Tale of Two Cities for me. I hate the rap verses, but the chorus is so damn good in this song. This could have been another giant hit, but not the way it was written. Has so much melody, and Chester's vocals and lyrics are incredible, but it's not enough to save the track. And in fact, it just pissed me off because they ruined a potentially great song with a bunch of garbage rap. Hey,
Well, without a break, we go right into this next song. Whoever sings the woo-ha in the background gets some bonus points. A little bright spot of fun in these fucking depressing lyrics.
it was Al
All
Pacino.
right. Music isn't bad. Did they bring in a supermarket cash register for the middle part? Sure sounded like it. Another bridge where we repeat one line of lyrics over and over. Fuck. Let this guy have a guitar solo for shit's sake.
Right. There you go. Yeah, shut up and play the guitar, you fuckface. Sorry, Artie. I'm sorry. It's not like I betrayed him. Ed, go.
I have one comment for this song. This is a Limp Bizkit song with better vocals and better musicianship.
Okay. But not as catchy, man. Fred Durst brought some hook. Feet.
No,
Just one of those days. Feet.
I'm with you on that, Des. I completely agree with that statement you just made. Here's my note on this. I bet when the song starts, I just wrote down immediately, oh, I bet people who like them really like this song. And then, never mind, once that verse starts, it's terrible.
He did it all for the nookie, so you can take that cookie and shove it up your ass.
oh
It's so
god,
bad. It's so bad.
I'm
but I
gonna
like
come over your house and just punch you in the face.
it. Oh shit.
Right in the sweatpants.
Okay, number 11, Cure for the Itch. I'm going to make this real simple. Was this track made from the presets on a Casio keyboard? Next. Dave,
Well,
what do you
this
got?
is the Check Out Our DJ song. It's the best song on the album. No fifth grade level rapping. Yes, pretty sure it was made by the DJ guy in his home studio, and the rest of the band had nothing to do with it. But so what? When does Johan's solo album come out? 5 stars.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. Best song on the album.
Oh
Ed,
my
go ahead.
God. 2 notes. Seriously, an electronic version of an instrumental song? And the second note is no.
Fee, you are going to be reading the hate mail we get from listener Artie on the next show, and we're not going to edit it because I know it's going to be deadly. Go. Talk
brutal,
about this
brutal.
little
Sorry,
Casio
Artie.
crap.
Here's my exact notes, and this is why I'm like pissing myself over here. This is the best part of the album. Finally, I don't want to go deaf. Everyone will hate this, but at least they're not rapping and screaming. I would listen to this over anything else on this album.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who would have thought me and Dave are like on the same fucking wavelength on this album, and me and Des are on similar wavelengths?
Similar. Okay. Track number 12, final track on the album. It's called Pushing Me Away. So, if not for the big 3, this would have been the hit single on the album. And I think it's good enough to where it probably would have been in the top 10 on the Billboard 200, possibly, top 5 if it hit at just the right time in the summer. It's solid, but not solid gold. Maybe solid silver. But it's good enough to be a hit on a lesser album. So good enough. Dave.
Yeah, I hear where you're going with this. It kind of sounds a little like a formula song to me. Not much difference from their other hit songs, but it's fine. But yeah, it just didn't quite measure up to their other big hits. At least all the songs on this album are short. None of them even reach 4 minutes. Thank you for that.
And Evil Ed, what do you think?
Yeah, so gentle harmonics to open the song, followed by a heavy guitar riff. Feels like I'm repeating myself. I do like how the first music is guitar harmonics over a cool, simple, deep bass tone in a basic drum beat, but again, it's repeated from other songs here. This is a less aggressive version of all the previous songs, and I feel like it works really well. I wish they just included more songs like this to mix it up. I like this song more than I thought I would. So yeah, I agree. It's probably one of the best, one of the better songs.
Can you read that, or is it backwards? And if the Magoo fee gives it a bad score, fuck him up. That was what he wrote about this album. I don't know how he knew you were going to hate it, but somehow he had like a premonition because he singled you out in the message. So
well, way to pick up on that one. That's funny.
Track 12?
That's funny. Do I even need to talk about this song? Not really, but I'm with you, Ed. I felt this one was a little bit different, even though it's more of the same formula with them. But I felt they approached the vocals a little bit differently. I actually had this song rated higher than almost every other song on the album.
Okay. All right, so that's it. We broke down this album. It was a bit of a grind, especially since we did this podcast 1.5 times, but we got through it. Looked like I had too much softcore porn on my computer. I had to make a little space. So there you go. And now it is time to release
the bonus track.
This week's bonus track was requested by Cosmo Kramer of the New York area. He writes, I'd love to hear you guys review Cruel Summer by Bananarama. Oh my God. This song is overflowing with amazing lyrics, amazing melodies, amazing vocals. The music track is loaded with hooks. This is almost as good as it gets from the genre of 80s pop. It makes me feel a certain way. It's the soundtrack in one of my favorite movies, The Karate Kid. When it comes on and I'm driving, I turn this shit up and I sing it at the top of my lungs every single time. For me, this is pushing 100 watts. It is pop magic. Magic. David Blaine. Oh, it's so good. Dave, what do you got on
now
this?
we're talking. I love this song. This is the way to mix electronic and regular instruments. Everything in this song is a hook. The bass line, the guitar part, the tom drum fills, and of course the great chorus. Also, the video was fun to see 80s New York City and the fake boss hog chasing them in the police car. My score is 80.
Go ahead, Ed.
Oh my God, that's so funny. How is this song not a guilty pleasure for everyone? It's very 80s electronic with no real instruments except a guitar, or at least that's how it sounds to me. This song has such a great flow with the music and lyrics. It's a great example of how a great producer can make a very vanilla song sound huge. The claps in the background with the huge reverb to accent that snare. Oh, fucking gorgeous. The keyboard line and the fake washboard sound during the verse really adds massive depth. Honestly, once you hear that little washboard thing, like someone's dragging a spoon across a washboard, I couldn't unhear it. I loved it. I gave this an 80.4 watts.
Oh, it's so good. Dude, when I hear this for the first time when spring hits, like on that first 70-degree day, my fucking head explodes. Fee, go.
Yeah, I forgot how much I love this song. So I listened to it a few times. I had to kind of like purge my brain of some of the other stuff, so I listened to this a lot. And I forgot how good it is. And I love the video too. I watched the video. Like they all wanted to look like Madonna back then, and I fucking love Madonna. Like, so that was so good.
Back then, yeah.
Right. No, and I still do. I mean, not like, but it's different, But my only other note on this is I bet Des jerked off to this video 100 times.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds. This week.
Probably. That's what I meant this week. Yeah. So we'll give this one an 87 watts. I really enjoy this song.
Nice. Yeah, it's all good. The wife caught me washing my ass in the sink again, the bathroom sink. I had to clean this.
What?
My wife caught me. I told you guys this. So
why do you wash your ass in the bathroom sink?
Because sometimes it gets itchy and I just want to clean it up a little. So I'll just pop my ass in the sink and I'll splash some water and soap up on it and wipe it off with whatever towels on the sink and throw it in the trash or throw it in the hamper. So I was doing that with the doors open because I'm a total psychopath. And my wife came and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I go, "I'm washing my ass." dude, you're splashing fecal matter up on my toothbrush. You're fucking saying. She went crazy. She went crazy. Don't ever do that again. I said, I've been doing that like since the day we moved in here. And so, yeah, she revealed it on the movie podcast, and all the women, because a lot of women listen to that podcast, they were all like, that's fucking sick. Oh, he's a fucking lunatic, a loser. Loser. So, anyway, it's been outlawed in the house. Dave, Fee, no, Ed, do you wash your ass in the sink? No, how many watts is this pushing?
I do not wash my ass in the sink.
I don't know.
I do get though. I mean, hey, when I was running a lot, yeah, you come home, my ass is a little chafed.
Yeah,
I'll
you don't want to take a whole shower.
No, but what I'd do is I'd like get a new face cloth, I'd wet it, I'd clean myself, and then put the face cloth immediately in the hamper.
Now,
to
let me
get
ask
washed.
you this: does your wife know that you do this?
I don't know.
No, probably not. So, do you think that she would be using that face cloth on her face even after it went through the wash? Because my
Yes.
wife has now told me, when you do shit like that, just throw the washcloth in the trash. Because even if it was washed, I wouldn't want to mush it against my face after you wiped your ass with it.
So good. You're
That's
disgusting.
funny because people
and I
dry
love it.
their ass when they get out of the shower, right?
It's different than
You
going
don't
at
throw
it with
towels out.
swamp ass. It's different than going at it with swamp ass.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right,
How
so-
many watts?
Bananarama. Bananarama is pushing a solid and very respectable 86.85 watts.
Oh, that's pretty good. And Dave, where does it land it on the wall?
All right, on the bonus track chart, that puts it at number 3. Just
Holy
under
shit.
Queen's Fat Bottom Girls and just over Queen's Dead on Time.
Oh, number 3, Bananarama,
That's
Cruel
right.
Summer, number 3. That's amazing. I love
And
it.
Des, I'm with you, man. That the summer comes, and I got my window down. I'm singing this, and then as soon as I get to a red light, I put my window up because I don't want to stop singing.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I don't want to be that guy like have a bunch of girls look over at me,
Yeah.
going, "Oh my god, the guy's so old. Why is he singing that?"
Yeah, this is like when I'm singing fucking Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. Like, you get to the red light, I have to just roll the window up a little bit. You guys saw Office Space, I'm
Yep.
guessing? The
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
I love that opening scene when he's rapping, and then the guy comes up like to sell the flowers, and he's like turns down, rolls the window up. That opening scene in Traffic is great when he's singing along with the rap. Okay, let's wrap this sucker up. So fucking real quick, my favorite song, One Step from the Edge, song I'd cut, Cure for the Itch. It's ridiculous. I'd remove Joe Hahn and I'd replace him with Fred Durst. Why not? Dave, what do you
Favorite
got?
track, Cure for the Itch. Very listenable, none of the cringe. What track would I cut? A Place for My Head. Pick one, but sure, that one's fine. Who I would replace? Welp, sorry, Mike Shinoda. Your rap skills are 100% clown shoes, middle school level. Get out. Let's bring in a real rapper, Daryl DMC McDaniels from Run DMC.
Oh boy,
Yep.
there it is. He just dropped the mic and stepped off the podcast. I love it. Ed, what do you got?
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, my favorite track in the end. What track would I cut? Cure for the Itch. Oh, why is that even on there? Who would I replace? I'm with you, Dave. I'd replace Mike Shinoda, but I'd replace him with a Trevor George Smith Jr., better known as Busta Rhymes.
All right.
There you go. There you go. Busta Rhymes. I'm liking this new band. I think we just take all these picks and put them in their own band away from Linkin Park. Fee, go.
Oh, you're about to hate this. Favorite track, none, but I'll go with Cure for the Itch because it's the only one that I didn't want to rip my ears off.
God.
Cut everything, but if I had to pick one, Points of Authority, I don't know. I would replace every single fucking person in this band with the band Creed.
Wow.
Oh, God,
And
we're
let
great.
fucking Creed make
Even
a
with
rock and
the-
roll
even-
album.
Even with the singer?
Yep.
Even with the singer? Oh, God.
Everybody. Every
I love
last
it.
one of
That's
them.
fine.
Yep.
I'll allow it. Okay. Let's do some final thoughts. We'll score it up and get the fuck out of here. My final thoughts. So for a debut album to have 3 giant, almost perfect hits is very impressive. But unfortunately, everything around the big 3 is just dated trash, littered with bad rap rock. I really wish they had played to their strengths, which is Chester's vocals abilities and killer melodies, but they didn't. In fact, they went the opposite way, leaning on DJ Joe's repetitive garbage rock rap. So for me, this album is pushing. I'm going to hold that. Dave, give us your final thoughts on your
It's
No,
score.
not
no, no, no,
fair.
no, no, no. Nope. You can't do that. We let you get away with that once. Never again.
Okay. 20, 40, 60 for the three big hits. 67.9. It's better than average. 67.9. That's just for the big three. They're getting 67.9.
Okay.
Dave, go ahead.
Well, I get it. This album is not for me. Look at the YouTube comments on the album. This was the soundtrack of high school, over and over again. They sold a boatload of albums. That's difficult to argue with. Chester was definitely a talented singer. It's a shame he's no longer with us. However, I would have much rather heard him front a good rock band instead of this shit. The lyrics are depressing and very much Wham, a victim. The rapping is terrible. The guitar player had the easiest gig in all of music, 4 chords per song. I'll never listen to this again. I hate this. My score is 22.
22. Dave, didn't Chester sing for a big 80s glam band? Like
I
Skid
don't
Row
think
or
so.
something?
I feel like at one point he got together with like Nikki Sixx or something, and they were making like some side project, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, listeners, if you know, I'm pretty sure he was doing that thing with some big 80s metal band.
Write into us. Let us know.
Yes, let us know. I know they're going to write into Fee. Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, I was never a huge Linkin Park fan. I wasn't a huge fan of this genre of music, but I totally respect anyone that has a hit song. They had 3 off this album. So I'm with you, Des. I gave them a 68.8.
No, we were right there. We heard this thing exactly the same. Fee, go ahead, baby.
Man,
Bring Dogs to More up a little bit in Jane's Addiction. It's fine.
I had to listen to a lot of Rat this week. A lot.
Oh, God.
It was tough. It was tough. They, because they took the like worst parts of genres I like hip hop and electronic stuff, and they added it to something I dislike in that new metal stuff, and it just, it was a long fucking week. So I had to look at my scores to kind of see where to rate this, because I wanted to make sure that I couldn't rate this higher than Dogs Do More. I couldn't fucking do it. So with that said, I gave Dogs a 20. I'll give this a 19.9.
Nice, Tyler. Making moves.
Yeah.
Ed, what is the score for this album, Hybrid Theory, by the great Linkin Park?
Oof. So, yeah, Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park is not looking good, unfortunately. This is a little below average, and it's pushing 44.65 watts.
Oof, I don't know, man, with those 3. Dave, where does that land it on the Breaking Vinyl
Well, it
chart?
puts it pretty close to the bottom at number 42. Just under the Dogs D'Amour with the In the Dynamite Jet Saloon, and
check that out.
narrowly beating out Dangerous Toys' self-titled album.
Dude, I would way rather listen to Dangerous Toys than this.
Yep.
Way rather. All day.
I think I would actually even agree with you.
Dude,
I hate them.
So this should be fucking last? This should be last.
No, because they had 3 hits and Dangerous Toys did not.
So they had Tease and Pleasing and Scared. Big
Yeah,
hit.
that's it. Yeah,
Well, it's
2.
two.
Sport and the Woody.
That wasn't
No,
a hit.
that is not a fucking hit.
Okay, so that's it, guys. We broke it down. It was a lot of fun. Not so much listening to it. Ed, you have next week's pick. Please tell us and the listeners what we will be listening to this week.
So I was torn. I wanted to do I was debating maybe picking a Bon Jovi album, but then out of the blue, this song came on.
Oh,
and
no. Can we
it
have the
was a
Bon Jovi
band-
album?
We have not done a Bon Jovi album.
Can we
yet.
do the Bon Jovi album? Can
No,
we do the Bon
we're not.
Jovi album, please?
I think you're gonna like this album.
Okay.
It's right up your alley of style. It was, I don't even remember. I think they were just a one album, and then the band broke up or ended. I don't know. But I'm picking Jet's album, Get Born.
All right. It's a good album. It's modern. Might get some listens.
I like it. I think that's a great album. That album came out, other than the whole Iggy Pop ripoff, I thought it was a great album.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the way the band looked. I like that. One hit they had, the black and white video, and I've actually seen them at the New Hampshire Ballroom Casino. What's that place called? The Hampton Beach Ballroom Casino.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I got so loaded on coke, it was unreal. And I went thinking I was going to see like an AC/DC concert. Not true. These guys do like almost like Fish. Like they'll just play for like 45 minutes. Like it's crazy. So it was not what I was expecting, but cool. I'm looking forward to listening to the album. Never listened to it all the way through. And it's the one album.
Great album.
So what's it called? Just Jet?
It's called Get Born, the album.
Oh, Get Born. All right, great. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This week on Hey, Did You Ever See That Movie, our sister podcast, we will be reviewing Blade Runner by Philip K. Dick. I will tip my hat. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. So listen to me gush on it. So until next time, take the albums out of the sleeve and let the music breathe. See you later.
Bye.
Adios.
Later.